Now that we got done checking in, I'm gonna read this official welcome. We gotta be more official on this. So, for the ones joining us for the first time, this is our Leadership Troubleshooting Live, where we each month we tackle something different, have real conversations, and leave with practical actions that we can apply immediately. And then tonight we're gonna be talking about renewing of the mind. And Tiana kind of brought it up last time of talking about confidence, fear, courage, and having self trust. So, with that, the opening question is, and this can be for anyone, why would this conversation be important right now?
Of renewing of the mind.
Yeah, why would this conversation be important?
I feel like because for me, I feel like my mind is where I dwell. It's just a big part of your body, period. And honestly, my mind is like mainly where I kind of like just stay at, even doing work. I feel like work is where I'm at most of the time. And if my mind isn't there, and honestly, in anything that I do, I'm just not right.
Huh, that's good. That's good.
I think renewing of the mind is important because you have to have perspective in order to change, right? So if you kind of just keep spinning your wheels doing the same thing over and over and over again, you can kind of get stuck. So sometimes you do have to renew your mind to reset to move forward
Mhm.
because sometimes we'll just get stuck where we are and we don't know how to move forward. So I think renewing of the mind is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
You
agree with
I
agree?
that.
think
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Yep.
I think renewal of the mind is tied to multiple things, including lifestyle changes, right? Because ultimately, the way I see renewing mind or renewing your mind is essentially a change in your mindset. And a lot of the times, or oftentimes, our mindset just leads to how we go about our daily lives and how we tackle things within our daily life as well. So um, sometimes the mindset that we're currently in allows us or kind of makes us, remain stagnant a lot of the times, causes us to remain unsure about, where we see ourselves going in life, things that we want to do. It also causes a lot of doubt too, depending on, where your mindset is. So renewing your mind also gives you like that mental sense of clarity that you need to create that mind shift that you want so that way you can start tackling the goals that you want to accomplish and just kind of going where you always saw yourself going in life, honestly. So I feel like that's why it's important.
Also, just to add in fun fact, my grandmother gave me this book. It's called Renew Your Mind. She always told me to read it 3 times a year. I always get stuck reading it once, but she always told me to read it 3 times a year. So I try to read it 3 times, but mainly because the first time I did read it, also it's a spiritual book. And it really did help because it just showed you how important your mind is. Because technically, the book is basically saying if you it keep your mind stayed on God. He'll keep you in perfect peace. And honestly, that's why it's important for me personally. Why to renew your mind is just to find peace. That's all I want. I feel like happiness in life and just peace. So I try to reading the book, it just reminds you why you need to renew it because if you're going crazy and your mind just isn't right, your mind controls everything, whether you actually know it or not. But I'm actually glad you brought that up as a topic today because that's exactly I keep telling myself every day I need to get back in my book. But you're right on.
Did you write that down? Did you write down you need to get back to your book?
I'm right now.
Make sure y'all got y'all notebooks now. We said some good stuff. Did you want to add anything to what these fantastic people already put out?
No, well, like I agree with everything. Yeah, I think it's important to renew your mind because I feel like just as humans, we're so quick to come up with excuses. Just like falling back to like normal habits, everyday life stresses, it's easy just to go back to what's comfortable in the moment. And like I was telling him, it's like I feel like there's so much more negativity than there's ever positivity. Because I was telling him, like, for example, when someone um, I feel like a lot more people tend to point out your weaknesses than they do your strengths or applaud you for like the small wins. And I was like, I was telling him like it'd be nice to my brain would automatically go straight to positivity than it does straight to the negativity so fast. And I feel like that's sometimes what makes reaching goals so hard because I feel like just as humans we're hard on ourselves and it's so quick to be like um, not necessarily quit, but it's always a lot more easier to be mean to yourself than it is nice. So I'm like, I kind of wish my mind would go straight to being nice all the time to myself.
Yeah,
And yeah, so.
good.
Mhm.
Okay. So with that, today we were talking about the courage, having confidence. A lot of that comes back to the fear of doing something different. So we asked that question just now, but the next question is when we think about fear, what has fear cost you? And I can start first. So for me, fear has cost me living smaller, saying yes when I actually wanted to say no, keeping friendships or relationships that I should have cut off a long time ago, letting opportunities pass me up that I know were meant for me, but I actually didn't just grab it, even though God was telling me multiple signs, this is the way to go. So I'll push it back on you. What has fear cost you?
Ooh, I'll start.
Uh-oh.
I'll start off with saying my peace. Um, I would say it's cost me my mental clarity. It's cost me relationships, happiness, um, self satisfaction, especially internally. Um, it yeah, I mean the list goes on. But that's just kind of what fear does if we allow it, of course. So
I appreciate that. Yes, yes. You getting deep. I love it.
I think fear has cost me wasted energy. In the sense of I was too afraid to do something, so I put my energy into something I know wholeheartedly I did not want to do, but
Ooh, appreciate
I was too scared to step out and do what I really wanted to do.
it.
So the safer option was for me to just do this. And looking back on it, I realized how much energy I put into something where if I would have just put that same energy into what I wanted, I could potentially be a lot further than I am now. So I would say fear definitely has caused me to waste a lot of energy in doing stuff I don't want to do.
I feel like for me, I think someone said it just cost you opportunities. Um, it kept me comfortable.
Yes. Wow.
Um,
Good word.
and it just cost me from facing like truths. Maybe I didn't want to know about myself, or maybe some things I just didn't want to see or accept. So, it definitely cost you like just mentally. It cost me my mental stability. Um, it, I think, just like Sid said, it cost you peace.
They were at their peak. Yeah.
Mhm.
Love?
Um, yeah, a lot of it's like the same.
Okay.
Like for me, it's like my confidence, the growth and opportunities, and And just yeah, also like the peace too, because it's like I feel like you're with the stressors and anxiety and stuff, it's uh yeah, it's that peace of mind. It's the being able to relax and just um not enjoying the moments, even when you have the good moments, because uh you're not present. So,
Yeah. That mind is just going and going and yeah, I love it. Okay. Good. So I want to read this verbatim because I believe it really touches on everything we just said. So it says, fear is one of the most powerful forces in our lives. It shapes decisions, opportunities, relationships, careers, and dreams. The question isn't whether fear exists. The question is, what do we do when it shows up? So, with that, confidence. What are the ways that we build confidence? And y'all can just spitball. You ain't got to go into it just quickly. What are the ways that you build confidence?
Winning.
Okay, winning. Okay, what else? Quick, whatever comes to mind.
praising others, like encouraging.
Encouraging. Okay, what else?
Acknowledgement. I mean, I guess it's the
Acknowledgement.
same thing, but
Being prepared.
Love that. Okay, that's a good one.
taking chances.
Taking
So,
chances. Okay, so there's four sources of confidence. You got that notebook, get ready. One of them is evidence. And that goes back to putting in the reps. When you have done something over and over again that you used to be fearful about, but now it's just second nature because you have put in the reps and you actually see the evidence of, oh, I got through that. Have you already felt that before where it was something you were really terrified about and then you did it and you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And then you did it over and over again a few more times and now that whole fear and anxiety just went away.
Yeah.
Good, good. Um, the next one was preparation, which Shauna already said, is usually fear is a sign of you're just not prepared enough for whatever's to come. So it's like even these calls. I didn't want to necessarily do these calls because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do it on Zoom, and who knows if it's gonna go the way I want it to. But it's preparation that makes it easier for me because before this call, I mapped out what we're going to talk about. I went through the different points, and now that fear, that anxiety kind of goes away because I know what direction I'm headed in. So fear is that good indicator that I don't believe I'm prepared enough. But when you're not prepared enough, you can go prep. The next one is identity based, and I'll use identity towards. Okay, if you have y'all ever had someone in your family that smokes that end up quitting?
Yep.
Have y'all had someone like that that just don't
yeah.
smoke at all?
Mhm.
So if you ask them about it, they typically won't say, "Hey, I just don't smoke anymore." They say, "I'm not a smoker," because it's an identity based where you just know who you are, and because you can put it out as your identity, then that's just who you have become. So when it comes to confidence, you knowing that outside of the uniform, outside of anything that ever happened to you, you know that you can get through it. And then the last one is borrowed confidence. This is where you see a role model. Like, if they can do it, why can't I? If someone else made $1 million and they came from the slums, why the hell can't I? Is that making sense?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it called borrowed confidence?
Because you can borrow it from somebody else. Like, so let's say seeing someone, let's just say speaking, just because that's easier to go off of. So you can watch a speaker and them being confident and them being someone that you want to role model. And just because seeing how they go about it can give you more confidence to do the same. Or if you've seen that person that you said, how the hell did they get up that high? I worked with them before. They
Mm-hmm.
not that good. But somehow they got a better position, and just that alone can say, okay, I know if they can do it, I know I damn well can do it. Have you ever felt that before?
Yeah.
I feel it all the time at work.
You ain't lying.
Hey, each time, okay, I'm like, wait, if they can do it, come on, bro. I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? What you can see from there?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one we use the most and we don't
Yeah,
realize it is the borrowed confidence.
Tell me more.
unconscious.
Um, Good or bad, it could
Okay.
be like
Okay.
a good thing where you see somebody who is like reaching their goals and doing things and that's infectious. So you want to borrow what they have. Like if they're doing it, I don't have an excuse, right? And then there's the flip side where it's just like, well, if that person can do it, I know that I can do it. So it either way, bad or good, I feel like that's the one we use the most because it's the easiest. We
Mm-hmm.
do it subconsciously. I
Love
absolutely use it on a day-to-day basis.
it. Love it. Okay. So what happens when you don't got no evidence, you're not prepared, your identity is shot, and you have nothing to borrow. You ain't got nobody to look to, turn to. Then what do you rely on?
God.
God. Okay. Okay. What else? Throw some things out.
I would say at that point, I'm gonna need to find a reason why. Like
Mm-hmm.
just
Okay.
find my why. Like I'm gonna have to find my why. If I can't, if
You must have watched
me
the other
digging deep
episode.
within my own self, if me digging deep within my last, my own self is not good enough, and my identity is shot, and can't nobody else do it for me, then I just need to find my why, so that way I can kind of start building upon that to get me where I need to go.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like the belief of someone else, just that small belief that someone else that another person thinks she can do it. Sometimes I feel like
Okay.
enough spark
Okay.
to get you moving again too.
I like it. So when you don't have any of that, the only thing that's really left is you having courage, you being courageous. Because if you can't see it, you ain't never done it, you're not prepared, you don't got no evidence, you don't got no person that you can turn to and say, hey, do you think this is good? I'm sure everyone, if you can think on it, you had a situation where you had no references, but you had to go take a step forward. Rather, that's because you made that step or life forced you to make that step. Anyone can raise their hand and remember any of that? I know I can. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to what Sid said is what would make you take a step even when you don't want to?
I would go as far as saying the fear of losing something, or
It's the
yeah, I would say the
why,
fear of losing something. Yeah,
right? He spoke about it. It's the why. You have to have something so strong that you not doing it would be worse than taking a step into the unknown.
Yeah.
Because you know the pain of staying the same. So the only thing that can make you step forward when you have no references, you don't have no repetitions, is because you have to make this step for your life to change. That's where that courage comes in. That's where that courageous action that you say, hey, I don't know what's going to happen, but I got to make a move forward. And then the last one, and this goes back to what Tiana's saying, is self trust. That's faith, right? Having faith and knowing that, hey, no matter what the outcome, I'm going to be okay. I have survived worse. This job, like I have gotten through things much worse. So we talked about the four ways to gain that confidence. And then the next one, if you don't have confidence, you have that courage. And then if for some reason you don't feel like you're strong enough with the courage, then you have that self-trust, that faith. And I don't know if everyone's spirit, well, I think everybody on here is pretty spiritual. So just knowing that, hey, God got me. I always think about out of everyone that could have been chosen to live, we were those people. And why would God choose us over everyone else that wasn't chosen? We had to have a purpose. And with that purpose, I got to do something about that because not everyone got that shot. And I'm not ever going to have it again. And that's usually enough for me to say, okay, let me start moving forward. Anyone got feedback on that? Anyone want to add anything?
Yeah, I like what you said when you said self-trust with faith and purpose. I think it's a lot easier to move with confidence when you know you're moving with a purpose.
Mm,
I feel like when you don't have a purpose, you just kind of go through the motions of things, and that's why it's so easy to lack confidence, have self-doubt, and all that kind of stuff because you kind of don't know why you're moving or doing stuff. And I think that also ties into the like we talked about, I think the first week, just having that why, that anchor to, if nothing else fails, I can have this. Like if nothing, I don't have nothing else, I can go back to this. And this gonna help me take that step. So I think just having the purpose and like you said, faith is like really important and it ties into confidence. Cause I feel like that's why I have more confidence because I know I have a purpose.
mm.
And I think when you ask a lot of people, like if you ask them like what's your purpose, a lot of people can't answer that question.
Yes, you're right. Get a paycheck. Wait, but you're right. It's not outside of what their current circumstances are.
I think what's interesting is, and I'll make a long story short, but I think what's interesting is as we're talking about this, it literally, and I mean, I mean, you can speak to this as well, but it literally brings me back to when I was going through OCS, and when I tell you OCS was a trying time, just kind of like health wise going through it, just because everything that I was dealing with just kind of felt like, yeah, I was not gonna, yeah, it just wasn't gonna happen, especially with like me getting hurt. So um, literally digging deep, having to re-anchor myself like on my why and find that purpose was literally the only reason why I made it through. Because I'm telling you, the multiple days I was like in the hospital bed and I was just like, oh man, my chances of like getting a commission is over. Like I ain't never gonna make it. Like that's literally kind of like my whole career path was people just being like, "Oh, you ain't good enough. You ain't gonna make it." Then me get hurt. I guess they must be right. And those 10 to 12 days being in the hospital bed, that was the only thing that was settling in that self doubt until I don't know what it was, but the couple of days before I got released, and it was like, nah, I need to reshape my mindset and remember like why I'm here and why I chose to continue going through everything I wanted to go through to get where I wanted to be at where I'm at now. So just kind of having this conversation is like giving me flashbacks on that moment of like being in that hospital bed, just being like, man, like I could have gave up back then, and I was just wouldn't have been where I am now. So yeah, that why is important.
Thank you for sharing that. Well, I definitely remember when you were there. Those some tried times, but you locked in, and here you are. Uh, that also reminds me when you were talking about that, that self talk. So I'm sure everyone had that person around them that's negative or that has not breathed life into you, right? Have y'all all had that?
Yep.
What did you usually do with that person?
Ignore them.
You ignored them. What else?
Try to shut them out.
You shut them out. Okay.
Let them finish so it don't change my mood.
Okay. Okay. What else? What else you did when you had that negative person around you or that friend that just never says anything positive?
I try to be the one to be positive, speak up. But I did have that friend. I cut her off at this point.
You cut her off? Okay.
Yeah.
I bring that up because somehow we got that friend in the inside of us, but we don't cut them off. They talk to us every day and say, "Hey, you're not good enough. Hey, I don't think that's a good idea. You sure you're smart enough to try that?" And we let them continue to talk instead of say, "Shut up, I got this. God got this. He got me."
Gave me chills. For real.
And that's the
I
thing
mean,
that
it's,
I want everyone to think about is if we can easily distance ourselves from that negative energy from people outside of ourselves, but we don't do it from within, that becomes the thing that tears us down. We don't need anyone else to bring us down to our knees because we'll do it ourselves. So if that happens on auto, even when you're not even trying to think about negativity, it happens on auto. What would happen if you intentionally started saying positive things to yourself? Like we were saying, it's strange to us to get a compliment. You know why? Because we don't compliment our damn selves. We don't clap for our own achievements.
how you doing? I'm wonderful. So can't complain. That's good to hear. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Like,
And
I
even when someone
apologize.
does compliment us, what we say, I like that was already easy. I was already almost done. We will downplay our own achievements when someone gives us love. So I say give that love to yourself. Start there. Because then you'll be able to pour it onto other people. And I love what Tiana said. She said, I cut them off. Cut that inner critic off. I got my energy got up. Whew. Okay. Okay. Because I got that inner critic too. And I have to remind myself, hey, stop. I got it. It's okay. I know you're trying to protect me. But we got to take this step forward if we want our life to change. Don't worry, I'll bring you with me. And you're gonna get the win too. But we gotta go forward right now. I know you're scared. Get in that corner somewhere and leave me alone. But we gotta move forward.
I think I need that, and just for me, I think I need that more when I'm in a setback season versus when I'm winning. Like when I'm winning, I
Mm.
don't hear nothing. Like it's easy.
Let me
But when you
quiet,
hit
don't
that
they?
setback, it's just like, well, like you start playing out so many scenarios in your brain of why it
Yeah,
happened. So I feel like, and for me, it's easier to do, like I said, when I'm winning, when everything is going right. But when it go wrong, it is so hard to sit and have that conversation with yourself to be like, you know what? It's okay. This is just a part of the journey. We're gonna get it next time. Like it's hard to have that conversation with yourself in that moment.
absolutely.
I think I don't know why. I always give other people grace, but I just never give myself any grace.
I was
Like,
just about to say that.
It's so hard. It's I when you said now, it makes so much sense. I am my biggest critic, and it's like,
It's it's funny that you bring up grace because literally when I went to church on Sunday, that's literally what we were talking about, right? Because we were talking about that a lot of the times or oftentimes we forget that grace is what allows us to make those mistakes and remind us that it's okay to make those mistakes because it's a part of growth. It's just something that we forget to anchor on oftentimes, and like you said, we often give grace to everybody else except for the people that genuinely need it ourselves. But I think also that comes with a lot of self-reflection because it's easy to tell somebody else like, oh, that's negative all day, like, all right, go away, cut you off, whatever. But when you're talking about yourself, that requires a little bit more internal work that we got to do to be like, okay, what is the cause of that too? Because oftentimes it doesn't just come from anywhere or random. We created that self-doubt or that inner us that doesn't give us those apples when when we're winning sometimes, or they're they're emphasizing more or less when we're losing. So this requires us to do a little bit more self-digging to kind of figure out where that source is coming from and you know, why it's there.
Yeah, we got to be our biggest yes man or yes woman. Even when we know shit didn't go good just now. We should, that inner critic should say, hey, you showed up though. You showed up, did you? It didn't go the way we wanted it to, but you showed up. Hey, good job. Go ahead and clap for yourself. You gotta be a biggest yes man. You gotta be there in the background, always cheering on. Hey, we got you. Cause wouldn't you love for someone to be there for you like that in life? If you
mhm.
had a friend like that was always cheering you on, no matter what you did, no matter how you showed up, they were always like, "Hey, you are the best. You are the one, not the two. You got this. You will always have this. God has you. I got you." If we can do that for ourselves every day, I'm sure we'll be showing up differently.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. On that note, I'm about to switch to a video that I want to show y'all because I believe it illuminates everything that we've been speaking about, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay. Let me share my screen. Let me know once y'all can see the screen. Okay. Can y'all see the screen?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Are y'all seeing the video? Or it looks like it's a video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it have sound?
William leaped from the lion's head with his mirth. And you must hurry! Come quickly! What? Leave.
Okay, get back over here. Are you still sharing or no? Did it stop sharing?
I
Or
see your arrow moving.
hmm?
I see your arrow moving around.
Hold on. Oh no. Oh, stop share right here. Okay. All right. Is it back to normal now?
Hmm.
Okay. So tell me what y'all thought about the video with everything that we discussed prior to it.
I couldn't really hear it.
Oh, you could not hear it?
I think it was like, like it was trying to do a catch up a little bit. But I personally couldn't hear it. I don't know if everybody else could hear
Anyone
it.
else?
I couldn't hear it, but the gist of sometimes we can look at something and it could look intimidating, and we'll hype it up in our brains to look a certain way, be like, and he finally decided to take that step and realize there was a bridge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
to build
think,
the
y'all, so not
confidence.
everyone heard it.
yeah, I didn't hear
So
what he
I'll,
said,
so
but
I'll,
I
so
thought,
I'll basically give a brief synopsis on it. So he was in front of, like you said, nothing, and one of, I guess his mentor, I want to say, is on his deathbed. Y'all seen that part on his deathbed, and he's like, "Hey, you need to believe. You need to believe." And then the other guy said, "Hey, you got to go right now because this dude is about to die." And that's when he couldn't see it, but he takes that step forward, and that's what you see of him believing that. So, uh, with what we discussed, I wanted to look at that video because it goes back to all the things that we brought up. Having a why. His why was what?
Was to figure out how to save them.
Figure out how to save him.
Mm.
And then the pressure behind it was you have no time. You got to do this now. So that already created pressure for him to have to do something. And then he didn't see anything in front of him. So what did he use in order to take the step anyway?
Faith.
It took faith.
Mhm.
Okay, what else? From
Courage.
the words we there we go. Bam. Courage. Right? Courage that he needs to do it no matter if he can see it or not. And when you think
Mm.
about your own life, what have you not taken a step on yet?
We're not
Any
talking about work, are we?
Tiana, you are not at work. You ain't gonna keep talking about work. No, I'm joking. Whatever in your life that you know that you can see the path, but you just have not taken that step of faith yet.
sound like a think about that question or answer that question.
Well, I mean, if you don't have an answer, that's okay. I just wonder if anyone had an answer to that.
I
If not,
think
that's okay too.
for me, um, I always talk to you like since I have started to renew my mind and start to do, I feel like I've started to do all of the stuff that I didn't think that I could do.
Mm,
Um, but I think if I would have did it sooner, I wouldn't have been mentally prepared to do it for me. So I think taking a lot of stuff like the certificate was like one step. I was just intimidated, like it's probably gonna be too difficult or and it was something very simple. But you were just like, do it. I was like, all right. And I did it and it was like, okay, that's not that bad. Um, so I think just having blind trust that of course, God gonna help me and look, if I fail, not being scared to fail, I think has helped me a lot. Just being like, if it worked, great. If it don't, we might have to go back to the drawing board. But just not being scared to just be like, you know what? Good or bad, I'm gonna do it.
There we go. Yeah. Good. Anyone else had anything to add to that?
I was gonna put getting this call. I think it's the fear of asking, like, "Hey, can you put me down?" And it's the fear of what they'll say back, like, "Didn't you ain't been taking all these?" Just like I'm trying to wait and like fingers crossed. I hope, but yeah, I think stand up for myself, like, "Hey, like, can y'all put me down?" Or even if they
I mean,
did,
I even heard your confidence go down as you said it out loud. But no one is gonna go out there and look for you to be successful.
mm-hmm.
No one's gonna walk up to you and say, "Hey, you want this next thing in your career to?" Because people are so involved with themselves, and if you don't speak up for you, who else will do it?
Yeah, nobody look out for you the way you look out for yourself.
And I go back to you being that mom of the century. You are that role model. You are that borrowed confidence for your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So when she see you do that, she's like, "Oh well, if my mom can do it, I can do it."
You
Right.
have to remove failure from the equation.
I know. I keep telling myself, kind of off topic, but it's, senior, well, Master Chief now. I think I'm having a brain fart of her last name. She just left. But she was, I remember, I never forget, she sat with me. She was telling me, like, hey, everybody failed. She was like, I failed at being a rank. I failed at being a DLCPO. And look where I'm at now. I think she even said maybe at an ACR or something like that. But, um, I mean, of course, I don't want to fail. I think that's like I hate failing. And my biggest fear is failing. But if I could just get past it, like, hey, it's okay if I do fail, but get back up. So, but I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me when they put my name on that paper saying you're gonna do your board. We gonna pass this board. And we just claimed it at that morning. Like I was so ready to get it over with. I was over prepared and that's confidence, right? So
Yeah.
I just told myself I was not like because I was so ready to get it done. Like I didn't even want to think of anything failing was not an option. And that was kind of like the self-talk that I use for me. Like, cool, when I like using the verbiage, when I pass, when
Yeah.
this, and just
When
speaking that into existence. So it literally happened exactly that way. Exactly how I said, like, I'm gonna pass it. I went in there and passed because I believed nothing else.
and then Tiana, what does fear stand for?
What does it stand for?
Yeah, what does it stand for? If it was an acronym, what does it stand for?
A failure?
This is what it stands for. You ready? You about to write this down?
Yep.
False evidence appearing real. Because you are making up what you believe is going to happen.
All right. False evidence appearing real.
There you go. Say it a few times so you get it in your heart and your soul. Because that's all it is. We making up these stories.
Yeah.
We make up what we think people are gonna say.
Yeah.
Someone called me today and I had an attitude on the phone because I thought they were gonna tell me something that I made up in my head. And it was nothing like that. But that's why we gotta have control over where our mind goes. That's why we're renewing it, right? But just remember that's that fear, right? That false evidence appearing real. Um, yeah, that's what you gotta keep in mind. And you should. So when are you gonna ask that question? We usually do it towards the end, but it seems like a good time to ask you that.
I mean, I've been asking. I'm like, I mean, I'm asking. I'm asking.
Well, also change your approach. This is the thing. We say, "Oh, we're scared to fail." We are just learning what worked and what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask the question, or if you try something that, hey, maybe it'll go right, maybe it doesn't go right, you are that much further into experience of what's working and what's not working. And you can change your approach. But if you never take a step, it's no way you will get across to the other side because you're so worried about if you do take the step, what will happen?
Right.
What will happen is you won't be in the same place that you were in. The
True.
place where you were suffering or in pain, you know that for sure. And then you can have faith in that. Okay, okay. Okay, so that was the video, and we were debriefing. Two stories that I wanted to tell very quickly, even personal stories. So I remember when I was going for my coaching cert, and one of the last exercises for us actually get certified is you had to do a coaching session with 100, basically damn near about 100 other people on a Zoom call. And guess what they're doing? They're just watching you do this with another person. So obviously for me, that brought up a lot of judgment, that self-talk. Hey, you're gonna look bad, you're gonna embarrass yourself. Why the hell are you even doing this? You in the Navy. Why push yourself to do this? You good at where you at. And I had to go off of what we just talked about. Courage. Me knowing I prepared myself. I coached plenty of people before that, just practicing. So I said, okay, I got that. The evidence, people seemed like it helped them in their life. Identity. I still was working with, do I feel like I can coach people? And I didn't have that at the time, but I did see other people that I watched them. And I said, I don't know if they did a good job at that, but they did it, right? And then having that courage to step forward because I said, I know my purpose is to help other people. And I would hate to waste God's talents that He gave to me, that He gave to everybody. So let me go do that. And having faith that it's going to come out all right and I'm going to be able to handle the outcome. And anyway, I did it and it went really well and I got certified. And the thing about it is, it was a year program, but I was on leave and I had pressure, right? A why, more why, and I got it done within 2 months. But it's just because I had to do this to progress forward. So I use that to just go over those examples of what we just discussed. The second story was oh, is CJ over there? The second story was everyone knows I go to seminars, right? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
seminars. Okay. So I wanted to participate more in the seminars. So I started to crew. And part of the crewing, the assignment was you have to check in this amount of people over the next 2 to 3 days. And I end up having to check in about 100 to 150 people. Never done this before. Don't have no references. They just told us this is what you should do. And I got on there and almost passed out. I'm on a call and people are coming in, and these are some people are millionaires, some people they spent their last dollar to get there, and I am the face that they first see with my energy, whatever I'm showing up like, and I'm like, hello, you here for this seminar? And I had to knock that off. And that first day, I was like, oh, that was so bad. But by the third day, I'm like, hey, welcome. We love that you're here. But it's because of the repetition, getting the reps in, building confidence, having self-trust that, hey, look, I just did it. And I didn't die. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. So I'm sure you probably have some of those stories within yourself where you didn't really know how anything was going to happen, but here you are. And you weren't going to say anything? I don't know, Des. You look like you're going to say something. I can move on if you want.
No,
Okay.
Even like for me, being in this new work position, I've seen other people do it. I've seen people be successful. I've seen them failed. I didn't know how I was gonna do. I just stepped out and was just like, I figure it out. Either I'm gonna do good or I'm gonna do bad. And I try not to worry about others' perception of what I'm doing
Mm,
because my journey is different than theirs. My experience is different. So everything that I do is going to be completely different. So I try to always keep that in mind. Like I can't emulate somebody else's stuff because we have a different story.
yeah.
Um, and the first day I just knew I was gonna run it into the ground. I was like, I'm about to get fired. They ain't gonna never, but I've survived this long. And just the repetitions like you talked about, just doing it over and over just has made it become real easy. But I was really like intimidated at this position before I got it. Just because, like you said, that self-doubt and that question, like, can I do it? Am I ready? Did I know enough? Look at all these people judging me. I'm not the right pay grade. I'm not even supposed to be here. Like all this stuff was kind of just going through my mind. And then I was like, you know what? If I break it, they're gonna find somebody to fix it.
Perfect. And could you share that quote that you told me about comparison? Y'all
Which
don't want
one?
to write this one down. This is a good one. I'll remember it if you don't. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, Tiana, she was cheating on the side, telling me some good stuff that I could write down. She ain't put it in the chat. Yep.
oh, you talking about oh, hold on, let me find it.
I don't want to say it because you said it to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's good. That's a good one."
Hold on. Hold on, I gotta find it.
You want me to remind you? I can tell you a little bit of it.
Okay, yeah, it says don't compete against other people because you could still be underneath your potential. What that means is you could be competing against somebody and they haven't even peaked, or you could not even have peaked. They could be at their ceiling and you still have room to grow. So don't look at somebody else's situation and feel like, okay, that's where I need to be, because that could still be below your full potential. Just very hard.
Yeah. Yes. And that touched me when you told me because I remember the naysayers and people that say, okay, yeah, you're not going to go very far in this job. Like when I told you, even when recruiting, they were like, oh, yeah, you're going back to the fleet. And then that same person, that same chief retired, and now I'm a senior chief, right? So that touched me and made me remember, damn, you're right. You can't look at your situation at that timing and think or compare it and say, oh, that's I can't get any higher than that because you don't know what your potential really is. And honestly, we can do anything we put our minds to. And I think that scares us the most is that how would that responsibility feel when we truly are those people that we said we are? Because that's a heavy load to carry. Once you really show up and it's like, I got no excuses and damn, I'm actually being that person I say I am. Now I got to keep that up. And it's easier just to kind of chill in the background, not too much. Do you have anything to add, Lil? Good. No, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You ready for this one? I would say write this down. It's pretty good. All right. This one I'm read verbatim. The mind accepts repetition as truth. Your life moves in a direction of the story you repeatedly tell yourself. I'm going to read it again. Your mind accepts repetition as truth. Your life moves in a direction of the story you repeatedly tell yourself. So if you are constantly, that inner critic is saying, hey, you are nothing, you won't be nothing, don't don't step up, you're gonna embarrass yourself. If you constantly say that over and over again, guess what happened? You pause when you should have took action. You question yourself when you want to speak up. You go back to what's comfortable when you're ready for a change. So being your biggest yes man, yes woman, and repeatedly telling yourself that you are enough, you are great, you can do this, that becomes the new you. That becomes your identity. Okay, now it's time for an exercise. Y'all ready? I got the paper out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I want you to draw a line straight down the middle. Look at Sid with no paper. We know you ain't got no
What?
paper. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, and laugh it off. We've been watching you.
What? I just got home daddy duties.
He ain't writing no notes over there.
Like
Okay.
I ain't been driving for the last hour.
All right. So what you're gonna put on the left side is gonna say at the top, old story. And then on the other side, you're gonna say new story. And for the next, how many minutes? Let me see. 3 minutes? I think 3 minutes is enough. Okay. So for the next 3 minutes, we're gonna write down what our old story was. So all those things that you told yourself that you know haven't been beneficial to you becoming who you want to be or your life turning into everything you ever dreamed of. That's what you're going to be writing down on the left side for the old story. And then we're going to keep it right there. Y'all ready? Tiana, you get it?
I'm trying to make sure. So you
You
said
looking
right now.
confused over there.
So we just working on the left side, and the left side is going to be everything
Old story. Everything
that
you've been telling yourself that you know is not helpful. That inner critic that you say you will cut off. Whatever they've been saying to you. They say, don't ask that question, Tiana. This ain't it. Don't do it. Whatever they've been saying, 3 minutes. And while y'all let it, I'm about to do that for myself. Let me do that. Minute 30 left. 30 seconds left. Hmm. Hey. Last one. Oof. Okay, everyone looking at their old story.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell are we keeping that person around? Woo! I'm looking at that like, damn, yeah, I gotta cut this person off. Okay, so I'll say a few of them that I have on my side just for the depth. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Say, don't embarrass yourself. Run away. Are you dreaming too big? Uh, let's keep it small. How could you compare? And one of the deepest ones I had on here that came to mind is, will mama get to see your goals actualized before she dies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who else got something? If y'all don't mind reading a few that y'all had. Don't leave me out there naked. Just, if I do that, won't else jump in.
I mean,
Um,
mine are.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, okay. Mine are pretty simple. I mean, but I mean, sometimes it's the simple things that hurt the most. But I got, why keep trying? Just be good where you are. So just kind of just be comfortable, like you good. Um, you're not good enough. Um, you gonna fail. Why keep trying? So it's just kind of a few.
Um, Mine are you have unrealistic dreams
Mm.
and you need the Navy.
Whew, that's a good one.
Oh.
That's a good one. I'm gonna throw that one on mine. You ain't
Yeah, me
lying.
too.
Don't be popping up. You right.
I think we all felt that one.
I know that thing is like, does the Navy got a lifetime
Subscription on our
contract?
life.
That's good. You want to go look? Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I have, you won't find a job that makes you happy and pays well. You won't have the time or money to visit your family when you want. Your dreams won't come true. It's too hard. You don't have time. Um, you're too tired. You'll always be stressed. You'll always have something to worry about. Um, you want too much. You ask for too much. That's not possible. You don't have what it takes.
Ooh, damn, this is a deep session.
Mm-hmm.
You know we looking at you. Shit.
um, I put you won't invest in yourself, stay in your place, don't rest, um, stay small.
Yeah. Well, hopefully reading that old story and saying it out loud moves you emotionally, because all these thoughts are going on constantly, but it really bothers you when you actually sit down and write it out and you say, "Damn, I actually say this to myself a lot of the time." And then we wonder why our dreams don't come true. This goes back to whatever you repeat becomes your identity. Okay, now on a lighter note, is now we're gonna talk about the news story, okay? So F that person over there. We cutting them off, right, Tiana? We gonna cut them off. Okay, and now we're gonna go employ that yes man that we just bought or yes woman that's gonna cheer for us no matter what. And I want y'all to write what is that new story. And you can look over at your old story and see what would the yes man or woman say to you in all those instances. And we're gonna do that for 3 minutes. And go. Minute 30 left. Oh, yeah, it feels a lot better. Ooh. Okay, 20 seconds left. Okay. All right, how's everyone feeling after doing that one?
Good.
Feeling better? Okay. I know I feel better. So I'm about to drop a tear just now on the last one. So this is a big comeback. Okay, so this is my new story. And I kind of went back and forth there looking at the old story and new story. Uh one of them, the old story was like, okay, don't embarrass yourself. I said, and if you do, at least you living. Okay, it said, okay, it's too scary. Well, do it scary. Run away, run towards. It say, are you dreaming too big? It say, you're not dreaming big enough. Keep going, champ. Uh, it say, hey, you'll blank out. Something will pop up in your head. um, uh, it said, can you even compare? It said, nah, you can't because you special edition. Uh, the one about Mama is like, Mama has already seen your goals actualized. Don't stop now. It says, you need the Navy. I said, nah, player, the Navy need me.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling good now. Who next? Oh, you ready? Okay.
I put you're strong. Your faith is strong. It can do anything and everything. All is possible. What else do you want? What's next on the list? Yes. Why not? When and where? I got it. I can. What stress? And yes.
I love it. Love it. Okay.
Okay.
Come on, y'all just gotta have that energy now. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I'll go. I put failure makes the best success stories. I
Love it.
put get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're more than good enough. I believe in you. Don't be afraid to fail. It's how you grow.
I got you got this. Your next chapter is greater. That's not failure, that's trying. Job well done. Dream even bigger. And then I put the Navy is a pit stop on your journey. And then I put fear puts you on the sidelines, confidence puts you in position.
I love it. Yeah. Say that one more time for me. Put that on
Yeah, I like that.
Fear puts you on the sidelines, confidence puts you in position.
Um, First and foremost, I give honor to God who's the head of my life and everything that I do. So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I put pour into yourself, believing in myself, keep progressing. Nobody's perfect, but I am perfect in my own way. Yep.
it. Love it. Wouldn't it have been crazy if we were after we did the old story? I was like, all right, that's the end of it. We'll talk to y'all later. They're like, hey, we ain't coming back to this no more. This man left us like that. Uh, good. Okay, so I believe everyone felt the drastic difference between when we're talking and saying negative things to ourselves compared to when we're saying great things about ourselves. Did everyone feel that
Yeah.
immediately? So, and what I would say, because obviously we'll do this next month, but what I would say is over this month, whenever you're getting those feelings, go back to this sheet and read what that critic is saying, and then read what that yes person is saying. Like, hey, you need to remember that because that's going to help you through, like you said, life be life. And even though life be life it's up to us how we respond to life. Okay, where we at? Where we at? Okay, so we did that. Oh, and I just want to say this one again. I think this would be good. So every avoided action teaches us I can't handle this, and every courageous action teaches us maybe I'm stronger than I thought. So each step, even when you don't know how it's going to turn out, each of those steps forward just makes you more powerful, more stronger, bigger for any situation to that comes your way. And the only thing that can make you smaller is when you stop and don't take any step. Let me see. Okay, so I know when we were talking about the goals last time, but it seems like with this conversation, there may be some other things that we've been wanting to take a step forward on that we did not take a step forward on. And what I want everyone to write down, this isn't something that we have the time. Well, I guess it take a minute for it. Is what are three strong reasons you must take action now? It take about a minute, right? I'll give everyone like a minute and 30. Three strong reasons why you need to take action now. Okay, I need to do the same thing. Okay, 30 seconds left. Go ahead.
That's what I put.
No, you did.
Never did. Same thing.
Just for it, right? Okay.
Yeah, I literally put all those
No,
three.
you did.
Mine are just in sentence form. One life. Tomorrow is on the cross.
Okay, so I'll go first. My strong three reasons was I only have one life. I don't get a second chance, so I got to make this everything I got. People depend on me, my family, friends. People are constantly watching and let you be the example that can give them that confidence, that courage to step up in their own life. And then lastly, I want a fulfilled life. I want that peace. I want to be happy at the end of the day. Um, I want to know that I live for something and I gave it everything I had. That I was thinking about that joke that we talked about the other day, where it said when you're thinking about people giving everything they got, it said when you're eating bacon and eggs in the morning, you can think about how you can think about how the chicken participated, but the pig gave everything they had. Yeah. So, and I in that situation in life, I want to be the pig. I want to give it everything I had. Yeah. Okay.
Well, mine were almost the same, basically. Tomorrow isn't promised. Live life to the fullest. Why not be happy while you're still here? And then for myself and my family.
Mm.
So I put pretty much the same thing. I put time because time waits on nobody is something you can just never get back.
Yeah.
And then of course my daughter, I just kind of went back to my whys. And then myself, because unless I can't do for her, if I don't do for myself. And I gotta want it for myself. So
I love it.
I guess I'll go. I put missed opportunities.
Okay.
Um, and then I put maximizing my potential and purpose. And then I put of course my son is in there too. You know, I gotta do it for him. And then preparation for where I'm headed.
Love it.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
you.
sorry. Oh, sorry. So I put to lead this life with no regrets.
Mm,
Um, I want to set the best example for my son, and then ultimately do it for myself and my family.
yeah. I think it's interesting. Most of them are the same in that respect. They're good. Okay. So as we asked last time, what's one committed action you want to take before we meet up again? One. Okay, I'll give y'all like a minute to think on it. And I would, or I'll give you like 2 minutes.
I got
I would
mine
say you
already.
can go back to whatever them goals were that you set last time, or it can be anything new. I think I know what Tiana's gonna be. You
Now I'm pressured.
know, oh yeah, yeah. I'll give it 2 minutes to think on it because I know just off the cuff. Okay, I'll start that. Let me think on mine. Uncommitted action, courageous. Okay. Hmm? You already got yours? That quick? Courageous.
All of my problem.
Oh, I know it. I know it, yours. Damn, Dad's out there drinking. Okay. Hey, that would have got me.
It's sparkling
Just
water.
throwing them back. I'm like, damn,
It's been a day. It ain't been that kind of day.
okay. Right.
It ain't been that kind of day.
Okay. Hmm. Oh no. I'll have you go first. Okay, we got 47 seconds
Okay,
left.
I think I got it. Okay.
Hmm. Courageous action. I'm doing it right now. I don't know. That's something good to think on. Yeah. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay. You want to go first, love?
Oh my god.
You was already ready, so.
Well, mine is to get a new job.
To get a new job. Okay. Don't look at me, guys. I'll still try to figure it out.
Well, I put so I was back and forth like I'm so tired of making everything about work. So I'm not gonna make it about work this time.
Okay.
So I decided to do something for myself. I'm trying to be big on self-care, so I'm booking a spa appointment or a massage or something.
Go. Okay. Make sure we're writing everybody goes down so we can track it. Okay, so she said spa. Write that down for Tiana. Okay. Okay, so a spa day. You want to do that this month? Your spa day.
Oh, is this month? So what
Yeah.
we
Damn, like, when are you gonna take care of yourself? She like, yeah, I'm gonna book this spa day in
I was like, is it a little
2027.
bit this month or maybe next month a little bit? I'm still squeezing this spot. I need so bad. I haven't taken leave none this year.
What?
You
I
haven't taken leave?
That,
no.
that that should be the one right there. Leave.
Okay, I'm gonna put just in case the spa don't happen.
Which one it is? We said one thing.
I'm gonna just do spa. I'm gonna do spa.
Okay, we're gonna do spa in the month of June.
Yes.
That don't sound like confidence. Did that sound like confidence?
It's such a busy month though.
Oh
I
my
thought
god,
we
you
kind
still
of
talking
doing it
about
for
work?
You know how you get over being busy? You take time off. I do it all the time. Look, anytime I feel a little bit of stress, here goes my leave check.
What would Yes Woman say to you about going on the spot?
Yes, I'm gonna do the spa.
There we go. That sounds better.
I'm gonna do the spa.
Okay, so she got spa. Okay, we got it written down. We're gonna be tracking. Okay. Dez or Sid, you know, they always be trying to figure out which one's gonna go first.
All right, I'll go first. It's actually something that I kind of been wanting to do the past, I want to say past 3 Sundays. But within this month, I definitely want to recommit myself to God and having that relationship with Him. So instead of just going to church and just saying like, "Yeah, I hear the word, what's going on," I actually want to recommit myself to that. So this past 3 Sundays, I've literally been like, I don't know how to really explain it. Like when they do altar call, it's like
Yeah,
you want to go, but it's like I got this weight on my lap. That's like, nah, you good. Stay seated. But I've been like wanting to go. I just haven't like got up to like go. So I actually want to do that.
that's perfect. Which Sunday we doing that on?
Ooh.
You said courageous.
There we go. Talk to
You know
him,
what?
love.
You know what? I'm gonna do it next Sunday.
Woo! Let's go.
First Sunday.
Y'all write that
I'm gonna
down.
do it next Sunday.
Yeah, we got him. We gonna be tracking. I love that.
I know it.
June 6th.
Hey, but
Not the date.
but Sid, like, hey, I appreciate you bringing that up. Like that, even saying that out loud, like wanting to recommit yourself, that already takes a lot. And saying, look, I had that time where I've been wanting to get up, but I just haven't. So appreciate that. Setting the tone.
See, I should have went first. I can't go after that.
I know. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I ain't got
I
to
should have went first.
I feel bad. I'm already talking about a spa.
Hey, he went deep. Whew. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
No, something I don't know if it's tangible, but just after this exercise, work on being my own hype woman for the month of June.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that'll help me a lot in this stressful environment, as they say, battle stations.
Yeah.
To get through the day to day and the ins and out of the job, and just being not looking to other people to hype me up, but hyping myself up to be able to get through everything else. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to work on.
Perfect.
Hopefully, it's successful.
You know that song? That's literally what it got me thinking about. Hype me
What?
up. That's exactly what it got me thinking about. Yeah.
It's a perfect song too. So
Right. Yeah. I'm still thinking on mine. Well, the reason why it's challenging for me is because when I think about, okay, what's the next courageous action? It's like a good portion of it I'm somewhat doing, like signing up to participate in a seminar again. Like I just signed up for that 2 days ago to put myself back out there to figure it out. But it's like that's the courageous action. Even doing this, like there's so many things that go in my head, and it's like, oh, nah, we don't have to do it. Oh no, they're good. They'll never probably want to show up. All these different things going in my mind. It's like, no, I'm gonna do it because I believe someone gets something out of it, right? So even that's a courageous action for me. So I believe I'm already doing those things that already put me in an uncomfortable situation. But I am going to be thinking about, okay, what else? That must mean that I need to step up even more. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. So by the next time we have a conversation, I will have what that is if I don't figure it out beforehand. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Got that down. Okay, I want to leave everyone with a closing quote. It says, and I'm sure everyone heard this before. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. By Marianne Williamson. We're gonna let that one sit there.
I feel like it's a mix of like the exercise we do.
You know? Yeah. And I guess I can get some feedback. When I first looked at the quote and I really thought it through and I said, yeah, I do believe there's some truth to it because if we really had nothing holding us back and we could create the life that we always dreamed about, I think that's the scariest part is knowing that that life is out there and it's us that have to just go grab it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did y'all have any different thoughts hearing that quote?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We were on it.
Nah,
Phil.
I was just gonna say it brought me back to that scene in Coach Carter. There was a scene in the movie where one of the kids just kind of seemed more or less just like lost in what he wanted to do. It's like he wanted to play basketball, but he also wanted to like, be with his family and kind of live that gang life. And, the coach literally asked him like, what's your deepest fear? And he was confused, like, what you talking about? Like, I don't know. And he just kind of like brushed it off. But like at the end, when it finally clicked that, gang life wasn't for him, he was able to kind of spit off the same quote you just read off of and then just go a little bit deeper. But it just kind of showed us like growth from not knowing what you wanted to do and then like realizing like this is ultimately what I want to do and this realizing like what his deepest fears is. And it just kind of brings me back to that clip in the movie because yeah, it was, yeah.
Write that clip down low for next time.
Coach, yeah, Coach Carter.
Put that on our clips. That's good. Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. What is one word everyone is leaving with? And we can start with you, Love. Taking into the month of June, what word we leaving with for you? One word you want to keep in mind.
Um,
Mm, okay, I got it.
Okay, I'll go. I got something. Okay. I'm gonna go with faith. Yeah, that's mine.
I want to go with grace.
Ooh, love it.
belief.
Belief. Okay. I'm writing down everybody's words. When I text you this random word, I'll be like, "What's that about?"
Believe.
Okay. Oh, they having a battle again. They trying to figure out who's gonna
I'm
get some first.
now I'm just rethinking because I was gonna say Grace, and then I was like, no, I want to find something different now. So I was really just gonna say that, but
There's no she got a word.
Why is it like I got multiple words?
You only can choose one. One that you gonna it's gonna be the one.
Um, I think I'm gonna go with fearless.
Mm, okay.
okay, I'm gonna go with Believe.
She okay, say
I
what?
said believe.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, believe
Oh,
With a
oh,
B.
my fault.
with the V.
Yeah, believe. I mean, y'all got the same one.
Nah, nah, we gotta be different.
Okay. I mean, I'll take that because if we all can think of these words at once, and that's a good list. Yeah, we still looking at you. He looked over like, hey, they still there.
I was like, I'm straight now.
The side glance got me.
You know what? I'm gonna go with gratitude.
Damn. There we go. Let's go. That's a good one. And in this group, we got to be our biggest fans to each other. Okay? So remember that. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, so the words that we got are fearless, faith, grace, believe, and gratitude. All right. Okay, so on closing, as we talked about time, I really appreciate everyone sharing their time with me, with Irma, because y'all could have been doing anything else with your time, but you were here with us. And I hope that everyone got something out of this that they can take into June that's going to help them along their journey. And then, for the watchers, because people will be watching this, right? If anyone wants to continue their journey, then you always have the book that a lot of this relates to, the coaching. And then obviously we got our next live conversation, July, whatever that first Monday would be. Okay. Any closing remarks? We good to go?
I just want to thank you again, Brandon. Still weird.
Yes. Yeah.
I will not say that until I get my DD-214.
Stop.
I can't, look, I can't do it. I can't.
You can do it. You gotta do it now.
Sorry.
Go ahead. If I can call you Dez, you can call you Brandon. Come on.
It does not feel right. It just does not. I don't even like, even though that's your first name, that's not your
y'all
first
got a
name.
whole LT on here, and y'all like, hey, see it, yeah, go ahead, see it.
See, I didn't even know that.
See?
And that's why I didn't say anything. I wanted to look. She like, oh damn.
I was like,
look,
shit.
now it'd be like, okay, sir.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
The reason why I thought about that is because at the end of the day, when you take away all the rank, when you take away us being in the Navy, we are all going through life the same way. We're all dealing with the same fears, the same challenges, no matter what our position is. This is life. And it's up to us to build that fortitude and have a foundation that we all can get through it together.
Still not gonna call you by your first name though.
I mean, before
Look,
everybody,
I'll work on that. So by the next meeting, I'll see if I have it down.
Okay.
I mean, y'all can keep calling me Sid, so don't stop now. So it's already too late, so you might as well just go ahead and stick with it.
Okay.
But what I'll leave y'all with is, even with this being like my first video call of many to come, I appreciate the tone of the environment that was set. Just making it easy for me to be vulnerable with y'all, especially not even knowing y'all like day one. I think that's really important, and I think that speaks a lot to the individuals on this call. So B, of course, thanks for the invite, thanks for having me, and then everybody else, thanks for making this easy for me to just resonate with with y'all and what y'all dealing with as well.
Thank you.
Well said.
Chill that on. All right. Well, everyone have a good night. I'm feeling good. And then, as I said, make sure we're reaching out to each other along June, right, to keep ourselves in the best spirit so we can take care of the people around us and our families.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
See you next time.
Y'all be careful.
Be
right.
safe.
Take care of yourself.
All right. All right.